Hello everyone, this is Don Rogers Raiders. This is for Kingdom 362 that we're doing this for. New Kingdom, so we get new players. Everybody's got that why, how, please, and sometimes can you just do it for me and send me my rewards. We don't play that in our alliance. We don't run welfare. I expect everybody to pull their weight. So, what we're going to do, if I don't forget how to do things myself, is go over here and prepare for a Red Guard raid. All right. Now, the article this is embedded to, we've got a bunch of other do's and don'ts in the article. But we're going to walk around because half the time all they do is look at the video. So, now I'm a C20. I have all the slots opened up here, and then so I got a third formation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a mix of troops that is for supporting people, all right, for reinforcements. Now, I have a total of 215,000 troops made. We're doing level 1s. Since I got T7s, I don't think that more than 40,000 troops are necessary at home. Sorry about that. So if I look over here, I got 21,000. We're going to divide by 4. So we're going to do and skew it a little bit towards my own safety. 5,000 by 4. Skew it down. 30,000. So we're going to do about 8. All right. I'm not going to take a ton of these things. A good reinforcement force, 20,000 typically. You should reinforce just like you do formations. All right. Balance your stuff out. I'm eyeballing it here. It doesn't have to be exact on a Red Guard raid. These guys aren't exactly tough. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a little tier representation, because my new players probably have not done that. Okay? They need to go in and have all their troops of every caliber built here. Okay, and if somebody's going to inevitably ask, it's like, what about artillery? Artillery doesn't work worth a damn during Red Guard raids. Just doesn't. Traps have no effect during Red Guard raid. So we're going to go over to our airship and make an adjustment there. Our airship does matter. Okay. And now I'm going to save that. So, I didn't send any artillery over there, so I can move quickly for reinforcements. And I'll keep a large force at home. So, I'll send about 30,000 out to help some guys out. We've got some farms that are C1, C10s, whatever, and I'll score a bunch of points by supporting them. The alliance gets more rewards because those farms last, yada yada. So let's go over. This is a defensive event for the most part. So we're not going to attack nobody. We're going to go assign our abilities. We're going to go to our defense tab. Okay. And what did I just say? Traps don't matter. So I've got traps on here. Trap health and trap attack. And somebody's whispering in your ear right now. It's like, traps don't mean crap. I wouldn't level those. Yeah, do your thing. And then we are going to upgrade those to, I'm going to add. So what I got on here. Now, I can't, you know what? I will do that too. Remove. And I'm going to put, okay, so small castles don't always hit the troop march. On defense, your march capacity, this adds 15,000 to my march capacity. I don't need that many. All right, so I'm going to have my airship. So I'm going to have what, these are all the verses, what we call the verses. Distance versus damage. infantry versus damage, infantry versus cavalry, cavalry versus infantry, cavalry versus distance. Okay, all my verses are now on my defense. All right, and then frankly, those are the only ones that are going to matter during a Red Guard raid. Once you open up these last two slots, you'll be so powerful it just won't stinking matter. Really won't. All right, so now my airship's set up. Okay, my airship's not going to add a bunch of bonuses. So there's another new stat since one of the patches here, and that's our clock tower. All right, infantry, health, attack. Okay, I got 2 of those on there. I got my distance on there, and I got my troops. All right, those stats, for those who don't know this, only count when your airship is home. These are added to your airship. They make the, where's it at? Grab a wonder here. The airship beacon. Very powerful because that curiosity clock now adds to your defenses as well because it adds your airship. So when anybody's airship leaves their castle, they're a lot more vulnerable than they think they are because that curiosity clock just went with them. See, the storyline is, you've been out traveling the world on your expeditions, and these are the things you brought back. Okay? So they're part of your airship. Until proven otherwise. It does state so in here. Can be embedded with your airship abilities to give, okay, you don't put them anywhere. They don't actually add your airship. There's no clicking on your airship to move these stats over. They're just automatically added to your airship, and it says right there, but they make it sound like you need to do something. Okay, you don't need to do anything, just build them. All right, so we did our formation for reinforcements. Now, if you're a smaller castle and you burn, and everyone goes, well, your 2 burns are out. You're not out. You can still earn points. Go over and reinforce one of your stronger castles. Typically, I say your top 5 guys in your alliance, if it's a new alliance, go reinforce them because it's hard. As we go up in levels on these Red Guard raids, the mobs are going to get harder. So until we get up to level 22 raids and everybody is so kick butt that they can all stay home all the time, people are going to burn. Once you're out 2 times, really when you get down, if you watch your reports and you get down below 80%, you're going to burn the next time and you're not going to get any points for that burn. So go ahead and move your troops over, reinforce a bigger castle. That way you keep earning points. All right? We want you earning points because when and there's guys that go, well, you're taking points away from me on an individual score. And that would be true if I wasn't reinforcing other guys. And it is true if I'm greedily only reinforcing myself and 3 other guys, 4 other guys. So yeah, if somebody says, hey, I'm going for a kingdom rank, don't reinforce me, reinforce somebody else. All right? State that. Don't be an ass about it. It's not your personal. These are alliance points. They add funds. The reason we run these things is so that I have the funds. You go over here, click item list, and everybody sees these funds over here and says, how come I can't buy anything over here? Because you don't have the rank. We take the stuff from here and we add it to here for you to buy. All right? So I just added a couple of them. All right? That's how we get the funds for that. And then usually because these expensive advanced teleports go so quick, see, I got 200,000 right there, and I'll buy me an advanced teleport. And I'm letting some of the other players kind of get home with it. And I tell people, make sure you buy fortress teleports. I mean, they are cheaper. You can buy an advanced teleport to get away from the alliance and use a fortress one to come back. Instead of it costing you 400,000 alliance points round trip, it only costs you 350. All right, this is a little tip there. Okay, so we're talking about getting our stuff ready for RG. Now, one of the things for getting things ready is having your troops home. All right, so I got no marches out. And then what they used to do, few details, is I might have to do it now. If there's people hanging out in the farm, we'll demolish the farm. That forces all your troops to go home. It doesn't take but an hour to rebuild it. And right now we're starting to get people hitting the iron wall. So we'll probably, oh, we got an iron mine up already. So yeah, we'll have an iron mine up. We'll kill it and start over. If it looks like anybody's hanging out in there, and or we'll go steal their points. I don't know. You know what they call stealing the points. Depends on what we got. So have your troops at home. Get a formation ready to reinforce. All right. The other thing to have. All right. So, and I've already got this preset on mine. Is if you're not big enough to have multiple formations, then you're not really big enough to be reinforcing somebody. All right. So now, we'll save that there. Actually, what I will do here is special. And I'm going to use. What I just did there was I just did a 2-hour March cap boost so that I can set my formation. All right. And I'll do this if I'm sending stuff to the farm. All right. So I'll use that 2-hour. And this is just mighty messy right now. I had all kinds of war buffs on. And I'm going to take down some of those. And then put them back. All right. So, and then I'm going to take a little bit of that distance off and make sure I'm represented down the tiers for a march to the reason this is a mess, it was as I was dying during KE, you know, I'm reshaping my formation to what I got, not what I want. And alright, so that'll work. And then, okay, so for those that are new, the first person in an alliance building, and it doesn't matter for what we're doing, like if I go to demolish the iron mine, right, and then I got to go rebuild it, I need to be the first guy in there because I got the highest hall of war. That allows the whole alliance to fit in there while we rebuild it, and we rebuild it real quick that way. Okay, and then the garrison over here. So we're going to click garrison. I'm going to click my formation, which is going to take all my artillery off, and then I'm going to go in there. Okay, and once you see me heading that way, you can go ahead and start heading that way. It's whoever arrives first. And now this is going to be on waves 10 and 20. And even if you burned, go ahead and send your troops over there. All right, so now I'm garrisoned up in there. We can view details. And we can hold 600,000 troops. All right, that's the cap to my Hall of War. It is what it is. Raising it up as we speak. But I got the biggest Hall of War, which means that very few people even have that much. The now one of the R4s, I go a few details. We'll come in here, and generally, mine says call back right now, but if someone else is in there, it would say send back. I can just go through there and go ding, 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 and kick everybody out. Make sure they go home in case they walked away from their phone or their computer or whatever. Because they tend to do that, and unfortunately, they get kind of lazy about counting on that. And if the first guy in there doesn't have the ability to kick people from a building, then your castle's gonna burn. So, it takes from wave 9 to wave 10 is like 3.5, 4 minutes. Gives you a lot of time to travel across because it's a slow march. See, it's even slow when I'm next door. So, pay attention to these little things. It's the best defenses. Go down through your troops and make sure you have at least 2,500 of each tier. Okay. So if I look at my distance, I'm short there because we're still rebuilding right after KE, and I'm sure everybody else is too. I lost 500,000 troops in total during that KE. And the way you do that with 215,000 troops, you rebuild a couple, 3 different times. So I don't shy away from a good fight. That's always fun for me. And and I'm prepared to put those troops back instantly, versus building up 750,000 troops, looking good on the leaderboard, and then having them all die in one strike. I've got the ability to make 750,000 troops at any given moment, and if I'm overmatched, because it does happen, I mean everybody's got somebody's going to kick their butt, then it's the best defense for hiding your troops is not to have them, but be ready to make them. So you do that with hoarding your speed ups. All right. The final thing you need to make sure is happening. Click on your wall. Now mine's already updated, but there'll be a little gear down here on your wall. You need to make sure your wall's at 100%. All right. The walls actually do matter in this event. It's a wall check. There's a reason they run this event right after KE, and it's probably the most overlooked thing is the wall check. So check your walls. Make sure you got the troops home. And don't quit just because you burn. You can keep earning points. You'll earn points when you run to the fortress. You'll earn points if you go reinforce a stronger player who's not trying to go for a kingdom top level reward. Now, I personally go for those rewards every time because I try to be in the top 10 in the kingdom on a lot of stuff. Helps the alliance look good when at least its leader is in the top 10 all the time. So we do try to accomplish that. All right, guys. This is a simple thing. Just pay attention. There's not a lot to do. It's a great time to get caught up on other stuff. Go in there and do your donations and all your dailies, run the catacombs, and you only really have to pay attention when you burn and when you move to the fortress. So it gives you 2 hours online to get other stuff done. Make sure your airship is in hostile Titan mode all the way to the left. I promise you, anybody ever sees you running around in balance mode, they will not even send a scout your way. They will just burn you. Okay? That tattletales that you do not know how to run your airship at all. That's a big tattletale. Okay, guys. This is Quickie, Kingdom 362. Please subscribe if you want to see these little tips and add-ons and how to get the little stuff done easier and quicker. It's the only love that I get. I appreciate all your time and help. Thank you all.